SNP spokesperson.
Thank you very much, Ms McVeigh. I congratulate my honourable friend and colleague from Lanark and Hamilton East for bringing forward this debate. Basic income and the phrase "an idea whose time has come" seems to go hand in glove these days. It's been around for a long time, and recently, thanks to Guy Standing, it's been linked with the Magna Carta, or to be more precise, the Charter of the Forests. So that makes it at least 800 years old. There's a growing body of thought that is engaging with the concept of a common good, a common weal, a common wealth. Our current welfare system is failing. It's abused and misused, which is a great pity. And I also, along with the member for Edinburgh West, will invoke the spirit of William Beveridge. In December 1942, when considering establishing a welfare state, William Beveridge released a report in which he wrote, "A revolutionary moment in the world's history is a time for revolutions, not for patching." The welfare system he established was once the cornerstone of a brave new Britain, but sadly it has fallen into disrepair. Once again, we're looking at a time for revolutions. And may I say to this Conservative and Unionist government, not just in welfare, but in transport, in heating, in energy, in employment and constitution. Will basic income cost a lot to implement and run? You bet it will. It will cost a shed load of money. But is it cost effective? I could argue that I'm blue in the face that once we consider the cost of the existing system, the health benefits of basic income, both physical and mental, the increase in start-up businesses, the greater take-up in further education, the freedom it gives to people to live a life well spent, that it is more than cost-effective. It is a must if we are to raise people out of financial poverty and poverty of aspiration. What price do you put on releasing children from crushing poverty that they currently experience? What price for hope, aspiration and ambition? As was mentioned earlier on, the honourable member from Grantham and Stamford, who I also welcome this debate, it puts a pleasure into debating when people come and put their side of the argument in such a manner, such a well-informed and mannered fashion. But this tax system is for everybody. You adjust the tax system accordingly. If I'm getting £12,000 extra through basic income and earning an MP's salary, I will pay back that £12,000. It nets off. Or we can use sovereign money, or we can use a Citizens' Wealth Fund. It doesn't have to be top-side down. Basic income does not make people indolent. Every pilot we've had across the world shows that it frees people up to go out and work without being financially penalised. And do we know everything about how it will work? Well, no, we don't. But I'm not asking the UK government to take a punt on this. I'm asking them to consider the evidence, and that is why they should embrace the opportunity of pilot projects. Projects designed to investigate and identify the pros and cons of basic income. I am pleased that in Scotland, backed by the Scottish Government, provided £250,000 over 2 years to support the undertaking of a feasibility study for a CBI pilot, that we are planning 4 pilot projects: Fife, North Ayrshire, Glasgow and Edinburgh. But I'm equally delighted that there are similar projects in Wales, Northern Ireland and England. 32 motions passed by local councils calling for UBI trials. These projects would provide substantial data for academic research that we can learn from and form future policy. But they need the support, both financial and administrative, of the UK government. All I'm asking is that the government makes policy based on evidence and stops hiding its head in the sand. I led the first ever debate in this Parliament on basic income on the 14th of September 2016. Sadly, the UK government is no further forward, and we're now experiencing increased poverty and an increasing gap between the richest and poorest in society. The status quo is unacceptable. Basic income represents something better. It represents hope and opportunity. It is a platform to build on a safety net, it's a platform to build on and a safety net if required. Chair, I shall end today as I ended in 2016 with a quote from Noam Chomsky, who said, "Optimism is a strategy for making a better future. Because unless you believe that the future can be better, you're unlikely to step up and take responsibility for making it so." Once again, I'm asking the UK government to take responsibility.